You know, the question here is not a dispute about the enormous power that a president has. The question is whether, in this case, there was an abuse of that power. A president can fire an ambassador for any reason whatsoever. A president can change his policy, as he did when he opened the door for Turkey to go in and invade Kurdistan, despite opposition from many of his senior advisors. A president could change his position and our position on Ukraine. But is there a limit? There is, because our Constitution says no one is above the law. And that limit is that one cannot, even as president, use the public trust of high office for personal gain. The law prohibits any one of us here on the dais from seeking foreign assistance in our campaigns. The question for us is whether the use of power by the president was for the benefit of advancing his political interest in the 2020 campaign. And by the way, to my colleagues, if the president wants to attack Joe Biden and his son, he's free to do it, all fair and square in campaigns. He's just not free to change our foreign policy unless he gets his way to assist him in that campaign. That's a line he can't cross. Now, you all have been very clear about what our continuous foreign policy was. And Ambassador Taylor, just very quickly describe why us withholding aid interfered with achieving our national security goals.
Mr. Welch, one of our national security goals is to resolve conflicts in Europe. There is one major conflict in Europe. It's a fighting war. Our national security goals in support of Ukraine, in support of a broader strategic approach to Europe, is to facilitate that negotiation, is to try to support Ukraine when it negotiates with the Russians.
And I want to go back, because in the historical context, Mr. Kent, that you Ambassador Taylor provided, we had 70 years of peace after the war, in which we lost over 400,000 American lives. And that took care. And that was in jeopardy, as you described it, Ambassador Taylor, and that threatened each and every one of us up here in the constituents we represent. Is that a fair statement?
That's a fair statement.
I want to do 3 dates, too. I only have a little time, but July 24, July 25, and July 26. July 24th, Director Mueller testified about his investigation, and he established beyond doubt that it was the Russians who interfered in our election. And he expressed a fear that that would be the new normal. On July 25th, according to the readout of the president's campaign, he asked the Ukrainians to investigate Ukrainian interference in our election that had been repudiated. And then on July 26th, as I understand it, this person who reported to you heard the president saying he wanted investigations again in Ukraine. So this is the question. The new normal that Director Mueller feared, is there a new normal that you fear that a president, any president, can use congressionally approved foreign aid as a lever to get personal advantage in something that is in his interest but not the public interest?
That should not be the case, Mr. Welch.
I yield back.